Hey guys, how's it going? We're down at the garden center this chilly evening to give you a tour through the shop because they have it all set up and ready for the holiday open house, which is happening tomorrow and the next day. Now this video will probably go out after the open house is over, but I thought you might like to see the whole shop all put together. They got all of their poinsettias and caladiums. I think there might be Christmas cactus in there today, so it's looking especially beautiful. Now I wanted to start out here on the sidewalk because this is what it looks like as you approach. They've got some really pretty Christmas lights going on. They usually have a lot of things out on the sidewalks, like a cart with plants on them and things like that, but they're actually in the process of closing. We thought we'd come down here in the evening and do the tour when there were no other people around. Makes it nice and easy to move around. But I wanted to also point out the windows that my mom, Monica, who's actually pushing spreaders in over there, in the side door, and I worked on last week. So this is the first house that I made. It was kind of the prototype to figure out the project and how it was gonna go. And then we all got together to make the peppermint candies. And these two are looking so cute over here. Especially when it's not dim outside. When it's nice and bright, this gets the afternoon sun and you can really see all of the detail. And the last one's over in the far window. Also, the chalkboard turned out really cute. A gal named Jessica did a beautiful job. This one right here, that's one that my mom put together. It was a really fun group effort. It was an effort, but let me tell you, those houses took a lot longer than I thought. Okay, now as I open this front door, you're gonna see the tree that I decorated a few weeks ago, and I talked about how I had to leave a lot of it blank or empty because I knew that I needed to leave space for white poinsettias. And you can see why right here. It's always a little bit hard, especially when you're filming a video and kind of showing a transformative project a bit, because this was all empty and you want it to look full and gorgeous right from the gate. But we have to always leave space for all of these big, beautiful plants. And they provide so much color and texture to all of the areas in here. And this was a really fun tree to decorate. Silver, gold, white, and blue are kind of the colors here. There's a little pop of red in this one. This little nativity, which is kind of the theme of this display, apart from the colors. But it was really fun to be able to work with these great big giant ornaments. So there's a few in the tree, and there's also a few that I hung from some birch logs right there, which that worked out really, really nicely. And then just a bunch of beautiful ornaments. Actually, some ornaments I'm noticing that were not here, because a ton of them have sold since we initially started decorating. So there's these gorgeous dark blue ones with silver snowflakes. I'm thinking like, I might need to have one of those. There's also a different shape here. I might need to have one of those too. There's also these right here. They look like they'd be really, really, really heavy, and they're not. They're pretty lightweight. Just gorgeous. I think, is that new too? I don't remember seeing that one or putting that one on the tree. Beautiful. I think we should go into the side room here real quick before we move on to the rest of the shop. I did want to show you the back of the gingerbread houses after we were done setting up all the windows. You know, we made these houses out of cardboard boxes, like washer boxes. So big black letters all over the cardboard, which really hard to kind of cover with paint. It takes a lot of paint. So my mom went through with a hot glue gun and our extra felt from our snow at the base of the windows and hot glued felt to the back of the houses. So it just kind of like makes them disappear and you don't notice that detail. But right here, look at these gorgeous poinsettias. My mom and I just looked at these colors when we were at Edwards in Boise. This is just where these all came from. They're kind of like this dusty pink, and then there's some bright like lipstick pink right here. They all have names. I just don't know what the proper names are. I just know them as red, pink, white poinsettias. There's also some cyclamens blooming pink here and lots of beautiful houseplants. We did a tour, I believe, when the great big load of houseplants came in not too long ago, and I've been eyeballing this wreath. I really think that's a beautiful wreath right there. Right over here, kind of a Santa theme going on, red and white, very classic, kind of peppermint candy, Candyland-esque with the type of ribbon here, but look at these ornaments. I have a Santa themed tree. I think that would be beautiful. And then some that have a little bit more of a country look to them. Does that look country? Looks really traditional. Candle holders here, the Santa belt right there. I'm seeing some of this stuff for the first time, you guys. Like, I've walked through the store a whole bunch of times since it's been set up, but there's so much going on. You could walk through a whole bunch of times and see all kinds of different things every single time. Red poinsettias, a big, beautiful white one. I did big white poinsettias on our mantle one year, and it was gorgeous. Thought about doing it again. Poinsettias are just such an easy way to just add instant holiday and instant color to your home without a lot of effort. There's on this wall, there's some fairy garden things and some pots and watering cans, cute watering cans. Look at this. I haven't noticed this one. That's pretty. I like how shiny it is. Christmas tree watering canes. We made fun of my dad's order. What did he order? Those red plastic boots. And I think all of them are gone. They've all sold. I think this is another one of the things that he bought. You would definitely not lose this in the tree. I have a green one like this. It's a little harder to see. So I have spent my fair share of time looking for it when I used to set up a real tree. Right here, we hung these. These are battery operated and there's lights inside and they're supposed to twirl, like just twirl around like that. But we hung those all from a lattice from outside. And that worked out really well, I think. Brought some interest vertically up there. But I love all these huge ornaments because sometimes it's hard to find like great big things, and it's fun to add those types of things into trees because it adds some weight and some different texture to the tree as opposed to having, you know, a bunch of small ones. But there are some really gorgeous ones. Look at this. I love how they're shaped. Oh, this is a big one. Look at this. Whew. This is kind of nutcracker themed right here. You can see this one. I actually bought 3 of these for our nutcracker tree at home. I think that's really beautiful. And then this poinsettia right here is my sister's favorite, actually. It's called a Jingle Bells. Right, Mom? Mom's here, locking up behind us here. Is this one called Jingle Bells, right? It is. Yeah, and that's Monica's favorite. She always has one of these in her house. Oh, she did? She already picked it out. Nice. I really like them. They look very like vintage. Some bulbs right here. Thinking maybe some of them could come home. I've got some more plastic empty pots at home I could fill up. This is the front counter right here. So of course there's amaryllis. There's just a few little things, but you kind of have to keep this area open. Oh, caladiums right here, which we just got some caladiums at home today. They're so big and gorgeous. I love them. Ooh, this is neat. Oh, I didn't display this in this area. This must have come in after. That is gorgeous with the lit wreath around its neck. Oh my, I'm gonna want a bunch of these things to decorate with. But look at how big and beautiful these are. Like one poinsettia right here. It's a beautiful can too. Isn't that awesome? Oh. And there's other caladiums right here with more of a red and green look to them. And then this tree here is red and silver. It looks like there are some reindeer. Sorry, I'm getting kind of ahead of myself. Aaron's having to go back and forth. Oh, this one has all kinds of beautiful things. Look at the snowflake. Really sparkly. These are angels right here. Glass angels. Oh, they have lights. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, red pine cones. I don't want to miss anything. There's little silver bells here. Oh, this is cute. Noel. Oh, and there's the train. I do remember seeing that. I showed that to Benjamin when he was here. Love that. And then right in here, there's a lot of different seeds. This is kind of the pruner wall right here. The Felco 2s. This is what I use right here. And then through this way, this is the side room. And you can see the tool wall against the back there. And then here we've got like a red bird kind of theme. Yeah, there's cardinals all over it. Is that a chicken? I think that's a chicken in there. Yeah. That's cute. Look at that. A little wreath around its neck. Well, that's tucked in way too far. Can't even see how gorgeous that is. Look at that. I love the pattern on it. And then right here, I actually bought one of these. Red glass with the pearls and the gold glitter. Got some glittery red with the puffy tail. This one looks like it needs a little help there. There we go. Oh, I like this one too. Look at that. A little bit more elegant. There's some knitted Christmas balls there. And these are neat. You could do all kinds of really neat things in these. Planters or maybe a vase. Yeah, it looks solid. Like it looks like there isn't a drain hole in there. That's really pretty. Look at these. Aren't these so neat? These little vintage Christmas trees. Have they just come back into style? Because I seem to see them in a lot more stores lately. I didn't see them for the longest time, and now I feel like I see them in all kinds of different colors and such. I have one that's gold and glittery. It doesn't have all the multi, but I know one little boy who would love this little multicolored tree. Here's one of the lanterns all lit up. That's really pretty. And this area is gorgeous. So there's another nativity area. Look at this. Look at this nativity. That is a beautiful one. Wow. And just the whole kind of creamy and soft looking colors here. This is a really pretty tree. Look at that. Little gold presents, little gold Christmas balls on there. And then there's some lit trees here. And they've got some heft to them. These are glass. And check out these Christmas trees here. I don't know that these, oh yeah, these are supposed to light up. I don't know if they have batteries and everything down here, but those are really unique looking. I haven't seen anything like that. Santa Claus with his list right there. And I don't know what kind of pods these are. So if you guys know what kind of pods they are, let me know, but those are some really neat looking trees. Kind of wish that I had something in my yard that created pods that look like that. I'd be getting my hot glue out and making one of those so fast. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the back plant room here. It's a little dim because like I said, it is evening, but it is beautiful back in here. You can see right here, this is the gnome area. And it's really neat. So there's gnome advent calendars. So the advent is on the hat. Has a little snowflake thing that's attached. That's good. In my house, this would get missing, like get missing. It would go missing very, very quickly. But there's all kinds of gnome figurines in here. There's the gnomes with the heavy feet over there. There's gnome thermometers and rain gauges here, all in one. Gnome votive candle holders. There's also some other things mixed in though, like this little chapel. Oh, and this one lights up too, but there's no battery in that one. I love all the light up stuff. It just adds so much sparkle. Oh, look at this one. I see people who do this with their evergreens out in their garden. I think, in fact, we get tagged in it quite often. Somebody's saying that we should do it with all of our arbs. Can you imagine? That'd be so many gnomes. It's pretty cute though. Red poinsettias down here. There's just poinsettias all over the place. And then on this tree, there's some cute little, look at this. That's like a little Samantha Grace gnome right there. So cute. And look at this one with the big nose. And then there's some with a little bit more glitz, a little glittery. Oh, there's a little snowman. Kind of fits perfectly though in with this area. Do those, what is that? Is it Scandinavian? Is that what that looks like? Really neat looking. And then there's little houses with the little, is it bristlecone? How come I can't think of words right now? I can never think of words when the camera's on. I can always think of words when the camera's not on. But there's just a really fun assortment here. We've got a gnome with skinny legs. That was funny. It's just so much fun. I did love that part about working down here whenever we'd set up new displays, especially if it was a display that it wasn't necessarily something that I set up at home. Like I don't have a gnome area. I think they're super cute, but it always just kind of like fed that part of me to try something new and stretch myself a little bit. And then it's fun just to see all the different styles and tastes out there. I always enjoy seeing how everybody decorates for Christmas. This area right here is just kind of a meld of different things. I mean, there's snowmen here, some beautiful pink poinsettias, the big bird cage right here. It looks like there's 3 birds in there now. The original finch, we had a zebra. Oh, there's 4 in there. They're all cohabitating. That's awesome. They came from different They came from different cages. We had a little zebra finch in there for years and years and years, and it would not accept any new birds. And boy, it finally passed after a long, long time. So they were able to put these in here, which were in smaller cages. So that's kind of nice for those birds. Anyway, going around this direction, you can see the lit up trees. These are actually plow and hearth trees. We have a set like similar to this, not this exact set, but they sure do bring a lot of light. And there's the pink flamingos with Santa hats, and they are planters as well. Kind of fun. And the pink poinsettias are perfect for that. I think we should go around this direction, though I think I'm kind of cruising the wrong way here. Because as you approach, this is kind of how you want to see this area. There's some really beautiful pillows. Merry Christmas here, stag table runner, stag pillows, really gorgeous terrariums right here. And then this area is kind of nature themed here. There's owls, natural colors. There's like an ornament with foxes right here in snow. And that's all glass. Really beautiful. This one here, it's got pine cones. The natural colored train. Benjamin would also like this one a lot. There's kind of that, oop, uh-oh, I'm knocking stuff over, hang on. A little pine cone, that's actually gorgeous, look at that. Ice skate there. Look at the owls, they're super cute. What is this? Oh, that's neat. Little bird in there. There are also some natural looking Santas, which is nice. It's nice to find a style like that as opposed to finding a Santa that's like red and white and traditional, because sometimes you want something for a display that's a little more muted. Oh, look at that. That is really interesting. Like a wood sleigh, but it looks like antlers. And then on this wall here, there's a few more owl ornaments. A really beautiful fountain. We always loved it when we got fountains in, like tabletop ones that don't splatter but still make a nice sound. And this looks like that ornament we looked at up front with the red glass and the pearls. Whoa. You guys, I could just show you oh my goodness, every little thing on every little table, and it could take us all day long to go through this, but I do love this right here. Look at that. A little garland. More owl ornaments here and some nature scenes. I know some people who would love these on their tree. Just a whole bunch of different things, my word, and some gorgeous plants. Some gorgeous begonias here. There's some trees here. Little red ribbons. They're pretty lightweight, but those are really, really neat. Those would look beautiful in grouping a couple sets of these on either side of a mantle, kind of. I think that would be really pretty. And then in this area here, it's basically, I'm not sure that there's much holiday in this area. This is just a lot of plants, a lot of them. This is the sun glass portion, the sun portion of the room, so everything does really well in here. There's Christmas cactus in bloom, which is really beautiful. Look at these. There's all different colors, white and reds and pinks. And then there's a bunch of beautiful succulents and other plants in here as well. And that's another thing we could spend a lot of time going through in here. So let's head back this direction. There's a couple more areas to look at. Right here, we've got a lot of mice. This is kind of like the whole nature area because there are, that's a deer. There's a mouse. I think that's another kind of mouse. Hedgehog, is that right? Is that the right animal? This is it right here, closer up. What is that? Is that a hedgehog? It should say somewhere, but it doesn't. That's really cute. Candle holder with the little swag around it. Little plaid trees up there. Oh, these are really neat. These are lit pillars. Battery operated pillar candles that have really beautiful writing and pictures on them. One has a wreath that says Merry Christmas and then the tree that says Merry Christmas. Oh, this is cute. Little duck. There's little presents down there on the floor. And then there are some of these. We had these last year too. There's a mittens and there's boots. I actually bought one of each. I love them. think they're absolutely beautiful. Look at this one right here. I love that red plaid. And then this area right here, this is kind of where all the fall stuff ended up coming. That was all up front, like right in front where I put the blue tree, the blue and silver tree. So all that fall stuff came back here, and there's really some beautiful things, some beautiful turkeys and pumpkins. Of course, these, like, I'm just such a sucker for wheat. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. Ooh, stand straight. And then really gorgeous garlands like this. So this whole area wrapping around here has a bunch of fall stuff. And kind of back, it spills kind of back in here too. Some late summer stuff, the sunflowers and harvest things. This is the pot wall, is what we've always called it, because there's always pots on it. Terracotta section down in here. These are some interesting colander hanging plants. Hanging, not plants, hanging planters. Yeah, I think we pretty much hit it all. Like I said, I could probably spend hours and hours going through each individual thing, showing you all what it looks like, but it'll be a really fun couple of days. My mom spent the whole day baking, and so there's homemade treats, and they always do a drawing for prizes, and it's always the thing that felt like it kicked off the holiday season for myself and my family. And it felt like after that, the whole rest of the year was just this one big festive time. So anyway, we always look forward to it every year. And it's so fun to be able to share it with you guys and share just kind of a little bit of the preparation. I mean, I was involved in about this much of it. This has been a tremendous effort by a lot of different people down here to get it all set up. I mean, I helped with one area and the windows, that is it. I mean, you can imagine how much stuff has to be shuffled around, and then things need to be cleaned and then set back up with new things. It's just, it's a huge process, but it was always such a fun time. I always enjoyed it a lot. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you're having a great day, and we will see you in